Welcome to Present Parenting Podcast. Today I am going to be talking to you about how social determinants affect your parenting skills. I have conducted a session with other parents and I thought I could also come in and do a podcast on this. And we are going to be doing a book reading from my book that I authored, Parenting Children of Influence in the Digital Age. The book is available in all of 8 bookshops to those who are in Zimbabwe and also at Worldwide Bookshop. Remember to like the video, subscribe so that you get the latest videos that I would upload. So I'm going to do a book reading a bit on social determinants. If you look into my book on page 5, it says social determinants are characteristics or conditions that surrounds a person's life, and this include the socio-economic status, level of education, neighborhood, and physical environment a person lives in, type of work, access to basic services such as health and education. So truly, the social determinants, the area where you have been raised, the area where you have been socialized, the belief system that you have been socialized in, the level of education that you have, the parents that you had or the guardians who parented you, all of them affects your lifestyle. It also affects your parenting skills. So I am just here to remind you that some of the parents, you have gone through trauma when you were a child. Maybe you were exposed to parents who used to manipulate you. Those parents who would discipline you unjustly, unfairly, where you are not given the chance to air out your views. Maybe you were also exposed to parents who used to fight when they were young and were exposed to violence while you were a younger person. Or you were ill-treated by the guardians or by step-parents, and that has really had a bearing on you. I would give an example to Christians. You know how Samuel was given to Eli as a young boy by Hannah, and he learned from Eli. And Eli was a bad parent because his children were laying with women in the temple, and people were complaining to Eli, but Eli didn't heed that call. And at the end of the day, you'd find that Eli's children died a painful death. And this was exposed to Samuel. And Samuel, when he took over, he also took over those bad parenting skills. And his children were also doing bad things. And people complained that the children were corrupt, they were taking bribes, but he didn't get heed of that because that is what he had learned from Eli. It is still the same thing even for us as parents, that some of the parents yourselves, maybe you were exposed to parents who used to fight and you were saying, no, I don't like that, I don't like my parents to be fighting. But when you are now a parent, you also start fighting. It is something that is there, and it is something that most of us would do. Why? Because children will learn from copying our parents. Our parents are our role models, whether we like it or not. So at the subconscious mind, we do what we have seen happening in our lives. So you would find that you are mimicking your parents, or you are that person who is portraying the parenting skills that you have learned. So I just want you to have this at the back of your mind, that some of you are carrying the traumas from the past. You have not been exposed to better parenting skills, and you are now imparting that parenting skills to your own children subconsciously. So I urge your parents to resist some of the trauma that you had that are now spilling over to your parenting skills, and they are now affecting your children. We don't want bad parenting to continue as a vicious cycle to your children, that it would continue to generation and generations. So you need to stop that. How do you stop it? Some of you, you'd be asking, yes, you are telling us about social determinants, you are telling us about the trauma. So how do we stop the trauma that we have? So what you need to do is to seek for professional guidance. You can go to professional counselors that can help you. You can seek spiritual help if you are a Christian like me. If you at your church you have some courses like the ones which I have also at our church, where you can go through walking free or entering the kingdom. You can also be released from some of the past traumas that you had in order for you to be a good parent. So these are just simple tips that I have given you, but what I just wanted you to know is your past experience, your past trauma has an impact on your parenting, and you need to make an effort to deal with it so that you don't transfer your trauma to your children. I also want to hear from you. How are you dealing with your past traumas? How are you dealing with the social determinants where you have been exposed? How is it affecting your own parenting? How are you making a conscious decision for you to be a good parent? Remember to subscribe to all my media, to all my social media handles, Dr. Olivia Gumbo Books.